the OnlyLeedsBros show.
Well, hello everybody and welcome back to OnlyLeedsBros. Hope everybody is keeping and doing well. This is the match build-up. Dylan, what is happening? How are you?
What is the story? I am absolutely buzzing for this one, buzzing for the weekend. Just want the work to be finished now so I can just chill out and relax and enjoy the Mighty Whites finally get back promoted to the Premier League. So, yeah, buzzing.
Big week ahead, isn't it? Big week. I'm absolutely buzzing for Friday, and I like that Monday's going to be a quick roll around as well. And, by this day next week, lads, we could be up. Don't want to get you all excited, but we could be promoted. We could be a Premier League club.
Rubbish hands.
If all goes well. So this is the match build-up ahead of Oxford. This video was brought to you by our sponsors, Match Bingo. Over 200,000 paid out so far in prizes. So make sure you get your bingo card for this weekend's Easter fixtures. Football and bingo combined all in one brilliant app. What more would you want? And it's buy 4 bingo cards, get 1 free. So all you have to do is hit the link in our description below or scan the QR code there in the bottom of your screen to get involved. And please do remember to gamble responsibly. So in this video, we will bring you Dylan's little match reaction, press conference reaction to everything Daniel Farke said today. A bit of an injury update as well on Dan James, which is good news. We will bring you opposition fact foil, their recent form. So we'll take a little bit of a look into Oxford, whose form has turned up since Gary Rowe has taken over. And then we'll also give our predicted starting 11 and our match predictions as well. So you guys get involved as well. Let us know in the comment box below what your predicted lineup is and what your score is going to be also as well. It's always good to see what everyone else is thinking. We'll say hello, Dylan, to a couple of people in the chat as well before we do get into it. Ian Ward is in the building. Evening, Darren and Dillo. Hope you're both getting by. We are, buddy, and this, look at. We said it as well in the last video. This is what we love doing, and I do have to say, lads, after the last live that we done the first one back, I felt so much better. I really, really did. So this is my outlet, lads. This is my little escape from life. So and you are here to help us, boys. So yeah, this is what we use now. So again, thanks very much to everyone. Gavin James is here. Even the boys, a massive 6 points needed this weekend. Come on, Leeds, don't drop the ball now. And I'm confident, Gavin. I really am. I'm confident that we get our job done. And I was speaking as well to a couple of Leeds content creators today, and obviously we need Sheffield United to slip up on one of them games, whether it's going to be Cardiff or Burnley. But you look at it and you think if they get 2 wins from that, you kind of have to, applaud them as well, Dylan, don't you? But we'll delve into that a little bit more in this.
Just keep concentrating on our own game. That's the main thing.
That's it. If we win our 2, then yeah, 100%. Yeah. Darren Daly says, good evening, lads. Evening, Darren. Thanks for popping in, buddy.
That point gets creamier and creamier
every time we see it. It's a great photo, isn't it?
Oh, stop. do. Premier League, we go. Do.
Can't wait.
I got stopped there a couple of weeks ago. I swear to God, I think I was in, if anyone's familiar, sorry if I just cut across there, familiar with, oh my God, was it? No, Baldoyle. I was talking to some fella and he noticed me. And as he was walking by, he goes, do. And I was like, it's getting out of hand now.
Going global.
Oh, stop.
Amy Clare says, can't wait to get over to Elland Road on Monday. Me neither. Absolutely, wasn't it? It could be an unbelievable day. As we already said, we're laying a wreath at Billy Bremner for our dad. And if Leeds get promoted, it will be probably the greatest day of my life over my wedding. Yeah. I'm saying that because she's not here, but I'm going to get murdered when she hears that. So, yeah, it has all the makings of being a great day. So, please, God. Sid said, good evening, gents. Stay strong. Keep the fantastic content. Love it, MOT. Thanks very much, Sid. Really, really appreciate it. And please don't forget to slap a like on the video, lads. I've been told, I don't know how true it is, by other content creators at YouTube. I've changed the algorithm a little bit, that it's all off likes that go by to push our video out there. So, if you don't mind, please slap a like on the video. It would really, really help us out. Shane Kavanagh is in the building as well. He says, all right, gents, and Dillo. You'll love to see it. Speaking of Dillo, look, we'll pass over to you. Let us know the update on Daniel Farke's press conference and what he said.
Yeah, the Daniel Farke presser. Let's get straight into it. So Joe wrote, well, he's going to miss probably a couple of games, lads. So not good on that front, because I think he's been phenomenal this season. I think he's probably the most reliant midfielder that we have to a certain degree, because I think Gruev goes up and down, where Rowell, you kind of know what you're going to get out of him. But look, it is what it is. I was moaning about it all year about utilising the bench, so now's the time to do it.
Yeah.
DJ, Daniel James. The possibility he could be available for Friday, but at the same time, he didn't really give be a late call on that one. But most importantly, he will be back and fit for flying against Stoke on Monday. Other than that, lads, no new injuries. Thank God. I was expecting someone to say something about Patrick Bamford. I really was. Because he's actually been doing all right, and I didn't want it to drop. So thank God about that. Daniel Farke, lads, has been nominated for Manager of the Year. I think we can all expect that. He did say on 2 years in the trot, he did say, kind of the teams that are kind of from say 5th to 1st, give or take, their managers usually are the ones that be nominated. But he says the gesture, that's still it's nice, So hopefully Daniel Farke will get that. Other than that, the whole squad itself, everyone's in a good mood. Everyone's motivated. Everyone's kind of all together as a group. He's kind of very happy saying that, to be fair, considering touched on the fans as well, how wholesome it was against the last outing. And just, that kind of bit of, you could say, sunshine in the bottom of our stomachs that Leeds got it across the line. So he said the squad in general is getting there. So anyway, other than that, Darlow, he's very good at the minute. I think we can all agree. And he's been a good servant for the club. So he's really happy with Darlow at the minute. And I think, why wouldn't he be? I think he's been very good. He's doing the essentials that a goalkeeper should do. But yeah, lads, that's everything I picked up from Daniel Farke's presser.
Yeah, nice positive press conference. Obviously, apart from Joe Rotwell, nice to see DJ. It's obviously touch and go for Friday. Probably a little bit too early to start him, even if he does make the squad for me. And I thought Willie Nonto was fine against Preston. It's a nice little change as well. But yeah, it would be more so on the fence, going to see how the game goes. And then if we need Dan James towards the end with a little bit of pace, then maybe put him on. Then if we don't, then leave him and keep him safe for Monday. That would be my thinking of it, Dylan. And as you said, up on the good front as well. It felt like I was thinking that, please don't say Paddy Bamford's after picking up a tweak or something like that. All good news in the press conference. And he seems upbeat and confident, not kind of overly confident. He's obviously saying, look, we need to do our job. We take the experience from last year and stuff like that. So
we can
for
do.
Me, he said all the right things today, which was good. Welcome back, lads. Cheers, buddy. It's great to be back. I do have to say that this is what we love doing, and it's great being here. So let's take a little bit of a look down at Oxford as well. We'll take a little bit of an opposition fact file. So far, Oxford record this season: 12 wins, 12 draws, and 18 losses, totaling a total of 48 points so far this season. Their home record is very good, and if you notice the difference there, home and away, they do tend to pick up most of their points at home. So 10 wins, 5 draws, 6 losses, 34 points. So definitely a bulk of their points have been picked up at home this season. So we do have to be wary of that. Away record, we don't have to delve too much into that, but as you can see, the difference, 2 away wins and 12 losses away from home, only 13 points picked up on the road. And we did beat them in the reverse fixture as well, 4-0. So they're not great away from home. 43 goals scored so far this season, 60 conceded, resulting in a goal difference of -17. So the ones to watch then, Mark Harris has 6 goals so far for them this season. Most assists, Cameron Brannigan, 4 assists for them. And then the manager, Gary Rowe, who was appointed in December 2024. And their fortunes have really, really turned around, Dylan, since Gary Rowe has came in to them. We'll take a look at the recent form there now, but he do sit 17th in the championship table. Just their recent forms, you can see there 3 wins out of the last 5 games, which is nothing to be sneezed at. A 1-0 win against Watford, 2-1 loss against Middlesbrough, a 1-0 win against Sheffield United, so they did do us a favour there as well. 3-1 loss to QPR, and then a 1-0 win on their last out, and then to Sheffield Wednesday, Dylan. So a good couple of results in there for Oxford, so we do have to be mindful of them. Oxford and Leeds United have faced each other 13 times across all competitions. Leeds United lead the head-to-head with a record of 6 wins. Oxford have secured 4 victories, and 3 matches have ended in draws. The recent encounters, the last one, 21st of December, just before Christmas, a 4-0 win against Oxford. Myself and Dylan were at that one that day, a very, very blustery and windy Elland Road, but we were phenomenal that day, could have been more. 28th of August 2012, 3-0 win to Leeds United in the League Cup, and then going back to 1998, a 4-0 win for Leeds United in the FA Cup. So Leeds United
wasn't even born yet.
You're only a twinkle in your daddy's eye. So Leeds United do hold the upper hand against Oxford, but we do have to be mindful of them, Dylan. They're on a decent run of form, and they have beaten Sheffield United as well, so we do have to be careful, don't we?
Yeah, we have to look there, and it's just something that I keep saying to anyone I'm talking to when it comes to Leeds United. I was talking to a guy that's a fellow scum supporter, and he was just usual chat, and will we go up this year? I said, yeah, but I'm optimistic, and at the same time, Leeds United just have to do their job there, and that's it. There's no worrying about Sheffield United or Burnley or even like anyone. Just Leeds do their own job on Friday night, do their job on Monday, and take it from there, and that's it.
And
You know,
Daniel
can't be
Farke said the
relying
same
on-
thing as well, Dylan, didn't he? He just said we just concentrate on our own game. We look forward to Friday night.
You don't want to give the players this kind of nervousness about it. Don't get me wrong, we all are nervous, but at the end of the day, we're top. So let's keep it that way. Let's not be worrying about other fixtures, looking at our phones, looking at computers. Like, don't get me wrong, at the end of the game, I go, check the score of that match there and see what happened. They win, they win. They don't. Leeds need to win, and Leeds need to concentrate on their own game.
Yeah, agree, 100% Dylan. Yeah, definitely. Adrian Carney says, you're lucky going for the Stoke game and honouring Decky and celebrating promotion. My stone is beside the Billy Bremner. Yeah, I remember you showing me, buddy, left-hand side of the statue, important to do the job on Friday. Bamford to score, and that's it, Adrian. We do count ourselves very, very lucky. We obviously went on, when tickets were released for the membership, we didn't get them, and then we entered the ballot. Not very hopeful, but we were still just going to go over anyway. Obviously, to lay a read for that, and then when we got the text back that we got the tickets was just unbelievable. And everyone I see that I'm talking to now is scraping around for Stoke tickets. They just can't be got. So my dad definitely helped us out with that one, Dylan, didn't he? Getting it over the line for us, and hopefully it has all the makings of being a great day, and let's just hope it is. Let's go back to the chat as well. We'll say hello to a couple of the people. Lynette is in the building. She says, evening lads, good evening, Lenny. Gavin James says, I'm all for winning the championship. I want to enjoy it this time around, and me too. And that's what it is about, buddy, isn't it? Obviously, we do remember a couple of scenes when we went up the last time in 2020, but it was a little bit kind of restricted, wasn't it? Obviously, the COVID and stuff like that. With this time, we have a chance to really celebrate it and really enjoy it, and that's what it's all about. I'm sure I'd like to see it get done in Elland Road. I'd like us, if we win that Stoke game and the final whistle goes and we're all in the ground and it's celebrated, then I don't mind either way. But kind of if we do have to wait for the Burnley and Sheffield United result, the gloss will be taken off a little bit. Dylan, amount. I'm sure there was still people hanging around Elland Road, or they might leave and go home, and then if the results go away, they might come back and stuff like that. But yeah, I just think it'd be great if if it meant them slipping up on Friday and then all we have to do is kind of draw or beat Stoke to kind of get promoted. It'd be unbelievable, wouldn't it? That full-time whistle, I'm sure to be pitch invasions. Not that we would do anything like that or anything like that. But
90 minute goal from Bamford to win it.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be unbelievable.
Blow the roof off the place.
So it does have the makings of being a great weekend coming up for us. Scooby says, evening, Scooby, haven't chatted to you in a while, buddy. I hope you're keeping well, pal. The Camden is doing a great for Saturday. All Leeds fans, welcome. Yeah, the Camden in Dublin, if you are an Irish Leeds fan, or even if you're over from the UK or anywhere else in the world and you're in Dublin and you're looking for somewhere to watch the Leeds match, there's only one place to go, and that is the Camden on Camden Street. Get there. The Leeds United Supporters Club does be there, so make sure you get down there. Full of Leeds fans, great bit of crack. Adrian and Darren have been there as well. Unbelievable atmosphere, loads of sing songs, and it's just a great community-based pub.
Food as well, isn't it?
And the drink is better. Line-up predictions, same. Yeah, we are going to get into the line-up predictions after that. Best thing is Burnley and Blunt play before us, and if they mess up, it's in our hands, and that's exactly it, Ian, isn't it? We know going into the Oxford game, well, we know we need to win anyway, but we kind of know even more if results do go our way. It might just give us that little extra carrot to go and get it. 1989, we were 2-0 down and we won 4-2 and won promotion. Let's hope it's not like that, Adrian. I'd like to see it being plain sailing. 3 or 4-0 win would be nice for me. Emmett says, Oxford 1 and Leeds 2. I'd take a 1-0 win. Leeds United 3, Stoke 0. Now that's something that I'd thoroughly enjoy that one. Josh McCarthy says Oxford 0, Leeds 4. That'd be the reverse fixture at Elland Road, Dylan. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? 4-0.
It sure would.
I'd take that.
I would.
Will we get into our predicted lineup, Dillo?
We can do.
Let's take a look at it. And again, let us know yours in the chat as well, what you would go with. So myself and Dylan went with the same team, and we do this apart as well. So we send it to each other at the exact same time, and then obviously we put it in a graph. But we've gone with the exact same starting lineup, and I think it's probably a no-brainer. Obviously with strikeout, Dan James for me still being 50-50. I think you have to go with the same starting lineup, Dylan, don't you? The only thing Dylan went differently is that he decided to change his pitch to yellow just to be a little bit different. So yeah, Dylan, as is, I think Carl Darlow for me, 100% stays in nets. I've seen a couple of things on Twitter today that there might be a half chance of Melia going back in nets, and I
Go away, will you?
took all my will not to write back. Oh, what are you smoking? Because absolutely no chance for me. Carl Darlow's in nets for the rest of the season. And you've got that back wall, Rodon and Ampadu, then either side of centre half. Junior Firpo, Jaden Bogle, who was absolutely sensational for me.
Quality.
Against Preston, really, really good. Want more of that from him for the rest of the season. You've got that midfield that we're probably forced upon with Gruev and Tanaka, with Ampadu dropping back into midfield and dropping back into centre half, and Joe Rotwell being out injured. Then I think Willie Nonto, he's probably the natural fit, isn't he, to go in there instead of Dan James. Brendan Aronson in the 10, and Manor Solomon again, he was quality dealing against Preston. Really looked back to his best
Really
of going.
good. Considering, you know, the last few outings with him, dropped a bit in confidence. But last game, I was really, really impressed with Solomon.
Yeah,
not just because of the goal and assist, he was just unbelievable.
Probably, I thought the only position that I did probably kind of have to think about when I was doing this, Dylan, was the striker position, and I cannot believe I'm saying it, but I was half thinking, will he think about starting Patrick Bamford? But I think Pirro done enough in the last game. We obviously know he didn't have his shooting boots on. If he did, he could have had 2 or 3 in the last game against Preston. Probably should have been 4-5-1 because we were so good against Preston. He just hadn't got the shooting boots on. But I thought his all-round play, Dylan, was very good for me. And it's something that we don't usually say about Joe Pirro. It's usually if he doesn't score, you know, he doesn't usually play well. But I actually thought he was very good against Preston. So for me, I think he has to keep his place against Oxford.
Yeah, 110%. But just going back, I want to clarify, I was kind of giving out about Bamford kind of all season. But to be fair, lads, I just think he's done so well. And he just looks more fluent, as you said, Darren. He doesn't look like he's carrying a knock or a limp. So,
yeah.
You know, if he does start Bamford, like I won't mind. To be fair, I have to be honest with you. But Pirro,
It's mad
is
saying
my man.
that, Dylan, isn't it?
I know,
It's
yeah.
mad
Like, what, about 2 months ago I was saying get rid of him, just terminate his contract. No, just goes to show what I know, huh?
Who said that? That wasn't us. That wasn't only Leeds, bros.
Having a clue
We'd
what
never
you're
say
on
that mental like that.
Not a clue what you're on about. Having a breeze.
All the receipts.
But anyway,
Yeah,
back to
definitely say
Pirro.
that.
Back
Yeah,
to
go
Pirro anyway. I think he it's mad because like early on in the season we were saying as well, no, don't put him in the 10. Don't put him in the 10. He's doing it. He's doing an alright job, lads, as well at it, to be fair. He's not scoring the goals now. It's mad though, isn't it? You either get the goals or you don't get the press that he's given. So
Don't get the
now
honor.
we're getting the press and now we're not getting the goals, you know. Sure, look, is what it put
Once
me on front. I'll do a job.
once someone else is scoring, that's it. But yeah, I agree. Dylan. I wouldn't be. It's mad. I wouldn't be heartbroken over seeing Bamford starting against Oxford. I wouldn't turn around and go, "What's he doing?" Because I think he has been decent, which is mad to say.
Yeah.
And like you said, I'd love to see him finish his Leeds United career on a high. So yeah, 100%. I'd love to see that. Gary Davis says, "Evening lads, hope everything is getting back to normal for you. Getting back for you both. Great to see you both back, and it's great to be back, Gary. Normal, probably not. Don't think we'll probably ever be normal again, but we'll
Never
try our
was
best. And
normal,
yeah, we were never normal on Only Leeds, bros. We never were normal. But like I said, this is our outlet, Gary. This is what we're using it for, us to kind of get out there and do this as a hobby, and we love doing it. Ian Ward's going 2-1 Watford against Burnley. That would be very nice. And you know, Vicarage Road is not an easy place to go to, so you mightn't be too far off with that one, Ian. Let's hope you're right with that one. Shane Kavanagh says, want to win, but a draw on Friday will be fun. Never underestimate a point on the road.
No.
I'm going to start calling him Daniel Kavanagh, do you know that? Because he's starting to sound like Farke more and more every day. I want 3 points, but I do somewhat agree with you there as well, buddy. I don't think a point would be the worst on the road with Stoke coming up, but I'd like to see us just get it done. Beat Oxford, beat Stoke, and just get it over the line. That's what
I'm gonna be the stubborn one now. Win.
You're always just stubborn.
Win against Oxford and win against Stoke.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just get it done. Get it done nice and early, yeah. Richard Hogan says, come on lads, Gruev and Tanaka are the wrong way around. They're just interchanging. They're just out to swapping there at the minute, buddy. They'll be back now in 2 seconds. Blunt's 3, Cardiff 0, probably, buddy. Does anyone in the chat think that they could slip up again? I think it's obviously mental to see that they've lost 3 games in a row. None of us seen that coming, especially against the opposition that they were up against. But how that would be the biggest fall off, the biggest fall apart ever if they lost against Cardiff, Dylan, 4 games in a row. It just surely they can't lose 4 games in a row.
No, I don't think they will. I think Weiler a few ham sandwiches and bounce his head off a wall a few times. Probably get them back up and running. But the fall apart aspect of it, I'm not going to say nothing because we all know how it goes once we start kind of pointing the finger and getting too ahead of ourselves. It's still early. There's 4 games to play for. Leeds could do a Leeds way. They won't, but I'm just saying it could happen. So,
Yeah.
as you say, I'm not going to count my chickens just yet. Just do our bit and see how we go.
Do our job. Do our job. That's the main thing. Gary Johnson says, "Hi, pal. Just subscribe. Keep up the good work." Thanks very much, Gary, and welcome on board today. Only Leeds Bros, probably messed up, a little bit mad type of family, as all our subscribers will tell you. The train, the choo-choo. Carl says, "Hi, lad. Sorry I'm late. Going for a 3-0 win against Leeds. No problem, buddy. Better late than never. Better late than never." Yeah, it's a class photo, isn't it? Let's take another look at the more of that quality. Deadly photo. Deadly photo, Carl. He'll start Lord Bam Bam. I wouldn't be surprised, buddy. I really wouldn't be surprised, and it wouldn't
bother me, man. Yeah, neither would
I. I didn't need anyone. What's the scoreline in the Arsenal and Madrid one? Because I'm gonna watch it as soon as we pop off this. No way Pirro gets dropped. I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so. I think he has to start. I thought he was good against Preston, but we've seen Farke do some mad things before as well. He never usually changes a win team though, Dylan, but he seems to like Bamford, so I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think it would be out of the norm for Bamford to start. Adrian Carney says the team is better with a fit Bamford, and that's it. Fully fit Patrick Bamford. Yeah, there's no denying that, but we just haven't had it over the last 18 months.
You know straight away, Darren. It was only that you said it there a while ago. You know when Bamford's coming on. Sorry, if he is coming on, if he's gonna be good or he's gonna just be silly at times. Yeah, you can call it straight away. And every time that he has recently, he's just looked at it. You can see it in him.
Yeah, 100%. James back Monday, Rotwell back for Bristol City. Yeah, not bad.
I'd say so.
I would be inclined not to risk James unless we absolutely have to.
I agree with PSF.
PSF says it's a must win. I think so, buddy. I'd like to just go out and win it and get it done. No way. Not leaving that the chance. How's it going, Chucky? Cardiff are fighting for their life and they can't afford to lose. And that's it, Gavin, isn't it? That's it. You know, Cardiff are going to be right up for it as well. They're going to be up for it. So, yeah, let's hope they get it. Then Burnley draw with the Blunts. Yeah, I wouldn't even be against... Well, I suppose if you look at it this way, right? If we beat Oxford and they lose to Cardiff and then we beat Stoke, we're up. And then at that half-wave kick-off, you're shouting for Sheffield United then to beat Burnley because then we want the title. So it's mad, isn't it? It could go either way. You could be shouting for anyone at half-wave on Monday. Or we could be shouting for no one because we could be up. So, yeah. Will Wilder get a ban? I have been keeping an eye out for that, Gary. I haven't heard of it just yet.
Well, it's an absolute joke if he doesn't because it's what Farke celebrated and got a, you know what I mean?
Just about to say.
And I hope the Sheffield United fans watching this because it's all a bunch of clowns.
Yeah. They can smell that finish line and they've got their gallop back. Yeah, that's it. They look like we have it back, don't they? Still in a little lovely class. Yeah, keep us updated on that one, please, lads. We'll start the same team for me. It worked perfectly, MOT, and I think so as well. And notoriously, he likes Gruev and Tanaka in away games, Dylan, doesn't he? So, yeah. And I actually thought Gruev was good against Preston as well. I think I mentioned it as well in our video.
Went under the radar.
I thought that left-hand side of Firpo, Gruev and Solomon, I thought they were very good. That kind of little triangle I thought was really, really good. So, yeah, more of the same. That plays on Friday night. 0-0, Arsenal missed a penalty. Jesus, that was a chance to seal it. Wouldn't be surprised to see Madrid come back, score 3 goals in the last 10-15 minutes. They're notorious at doing that, aren't they? Saka is rubbish. I think he's only back from injury, Arthur, isn't he? I think he's only had to come back. Had him first goal score. Actually didn't do any bets today. Dillo, I think it might be time to give our match predictions. What do you think?
Yeah, I suppose we can. I'm a bit nervous. I'm kind of thinking, what will I say? I can be crazy or just kind of level-headed. But I think I might just go crazy because why not? You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm going to go Friday night, I'm going to go 4-0.
Really?
4-0 to the mighty whites. Do.
Let us know your match predictions in the comment box below, guys. Really interesting to see what everyone's thinking of this one. 4-0. I don't think it's going to be that much, Dillo. I'm going to go 3-1. 3-1 Leeds.
Right.
I'm hoping they don't score first because the absolute shits will be up me if they do. So I'm hoping it's probably like 2 or 3-0 and then they probably just nick one and then I'm like, all right then. But I do think we might concede. So I'll go 3-1. I'll go 3-1.
Right.
You never go.
So you're kind of being a bit more on the safe side and I'm going All guns blazing.
Not really. 3-1 still D. I'll take 1-0. I'll take 1-0 off Bamford's arse, 100%.
110%.
PSF says the team is not better with Bamford and only Farke could convince the naive, emotional fans that Ramazani is not good enough, but Bamford is world class. Probably disagree with you a little bit, PSF. I do think a fully fit, like what Adrian said, a fully fit and firing Patrick Bamford were a lot better. Like that Patrick Bamford that we were used to seeing in the Premier League. That's the Patrick Bamford that I loved over the last 18 months. Absolutely not reliable, misses chances. Boy, he just wasn't himself. But I think the key word is there, buddy, is fully fit. He has to be fully fit to get into this team. And Ramazani, I questioned that myself, buddy. He's probably arguably our best player in the first half of the season until he got injured against Watford. So that is a bit of a head scratch, whatever's going on there.
Vanished.
He just seems to vanish a little bit, and to see Smith come on ahead of him is crazy as well.
But
crazy. I don't think the relationship was broke down, Dylan, because against Borough after the game, he pushed Ramazani over to the fans, had his hand around them, and obviously they gave the three hurrahs and that. And I don't think the relationship is broke down. He's obviously just not doing that training, and he's not really afraid to kind of call him out as well. So no denying that there is a player in there, Ramazani, and again, still might have a part to play in this season. So who knows? Gavin James says I'm going 2-0 Leeds. Lovely. Be the same team against Preston, I think so, buddy. I don't think there's going to be any changes there. Gary Johnson says 3-0 Leeds. Let's hope so, Gary. First time in the OnlyLeedsBros chat. Let's hope you're right, pal. We'll give you a shout out if you get it right. Scooby's going 2-0 Leeds. Nice, handy one. Ian Ward's going 2-0 Leeds. J Mountain 2-1 Leeds. And then, yes, still our lad says Liam Chalky. And then 3-1 us, I think 3-1 as well, Shane. Newcastle 4-0 against Palace. Palace missed a penalty as well. There's a lot of penalty misses there tonight, Dylan. There was something else that I wanted to chat to you about, Dylan.
Was it to sing the song?
Yeah, well, you can sing me a song if you want to sing me a song.
Do. Leeds are gonna win the league. Do. Oh, sorry, lads. I think I have ADHD or Tourette's, one or the other.
Yeah,
not too sure.
I think Burnley will lose against Watford. Yeah, I was looking at Burnley's fixtures as well. I'm actually after deleting out this. I should have pulled up the last 4 fixtures, but I'm after deleting a silly me. I was looking at Burnley's fixtures, and I don't think it's a handy one as well. Down at Vicarage Road as well, it can be a nasty place to go to as well. It's usually treats Watford as well. So I think that could be a handy one. I agree with you there, PSF. I think if Leeds win the next 2, then largely will play the last 2 games. Yeah, probably Gavin. The only thing I think with Daniel Farke, though, buddy, I've seen as well a couple of takes on Twitter, which you would see online. A few people were saying that they think Carl Darlow will then be dropped. Obviously, we get promotion against Stoke, and it's kind of confirmed then that you think he'll bring Melia back in for the last 2 games. And I kind of scratching my head a little bit, and I'm thinking, well, why would he do that? What's the need for that? What's the benefit of doing that? You want to go win the title, and what's the point of risking that by changing it up? So I don't see him changing it too much, Gavin, to be honest with you, buddy. Obviously, if the title's kind of home and hose before we get down to Plymouth, you might see wholesale changes then down there. If it's wrapped up. But I don't think so. No, Daniel Farke, he'll want to win it, buddy. Get top 2 first, and then we'll worry about it after that. But I think that's the way Farke would be looking at if we get there. Ian Ward said Watford are handy at home. They are, buddy. It's not going to be an easy one for them. And look at Oxford away. It's not going to be an easy one either, buddy. He says, morning, chaps. He's in the building. Danny, I did miss your live, Danny. I was sorting out the kids and that, but I will go back on a buddy and give it a watch. So do go over and check out Danny as well, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Lads, he's very, very close to 200. Watford being shit lately. Yeah, it's a championship, ups and downs, buddy, isn't it? Carl says, I think we come in all 4, keep the faith. I think so too, buddy. I think so too. I think that once that Leeds train gets going, it's very, very hard to stop. Gary says, do you think Harry Gray will be given a chance again, Plymouth, if we've won the league against Bristol? I'd like to see it, buddy. I really would. Yeah, I'd like to see it. Maybe probably not from the start. He'd probably bring him off the bench. Dilla, what would you think? I think
we did talk about it there a while ago. He just said that he has the potential, but he's just still very, very young. But yeah, it could be a show. Like, it wouldn't be a bad thing either, would it? Get a bit of minutes in his leg and then come pre-season. What is he, 16?
I think he's went 17, did he? No, 16. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he is.
16.
Yeah, he is 16.
Yeah, but no harm.
Liam Chalky says, we love you, Leeds. We do love you, Leeds. Ian Ward, not against Leeds. They were not, no, they weren't. Gavin James says, I think he likes Largy, but when games are close, Largy defensively is a little bit, agree with you, buddy, Laps compared to the others, I wonder, but that's how Daniel sees it, and that he does, he's risk averse, we know that, and I do agree with you, Gavin. There's probably one side of his game that he's dropped on, because I remember before the Watford, he was very, very good at getting back. Kind of reminded me of Somerville last season, because Somerville always did his defensive work. Start of the season, he wasn't doing anything. He got into the team and he was doing the defensive duty, and then he fell off it. Then when he came back after injury, I thought it was just rustiness. But I remember against Derby, I think he started against Derby away, and I think Boyram started left back that game, and I remember just thinking, I said, Large, he's not doing his defensive work at all, and it was just a sign.
Do you know what? Yeah, he's done that quite a few times this season, hasn't he, though, to be fair? Just a bit laxy-daisy on it. It's kind of when he loses the ball, he throws his hands up in the air.
Yeah. I think Sheffield United will come second. Do you think so, buddy? You think Burnley will fall away? That'd be a massive collapse though for Burnley, wouldn't it?
Well, I hope he doesn't think Leeds are going to fall away.
I hope not. I hope not. I hope Sheffield. Didn't do my live. Wasn't feeling good. It's gonna go about 12ish tomorrow. Ah, no bother, buddy. Yeah, because I have the notifications on. I never came up. But yeah, I will pop in. I'm in work tomorrow at 12, so I will check that out. Buddy, will stick the old earpods in and give you a listen. Lads, I think that's it from OnlyLeedsBros. That's it from the match build up. Dillo, if you haven't that, buddy.
Do. No need to worry. We're gonna win the league. Do.
It's nearly there. There's like the giddiness and the kid in me. I've probably talked to about 12 of the other Leeds content creators today. I've been talking to them all about a load of different things, and kind of obviously you always get around to the side of talking about Leeds, and I think that giddiness is in us all. It just feels like it's the inevitable is just about to happen. I know it's always don't have your chickens before they hatch, or whatever the saying is now, but it just feels like it's close, doesn't it?
It's
so
in reaching
you can
distance.
almost taste it. Really, so innovation.
Welcome to OnlyLeedsBros. That's what this one is.
Gavin James says, I'll also play Boyram this Friday. He's more defensive and will be better prepared for the long throw-ins. And yeah, that is the worry, is the long throw-ins against Watford. Maybe, Gavin. Maybe.
It wouldn't be actually a bad show now that I think about it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad show. Penny Lane says, as long as Leeds keep their head, stop losing the ball, we will win. We will win. We'll fight and win. Imagine if we lost in...
Right.
You know.
I'll see you now. Good night, all.
And that entered my head for like a couple of minutes earlier on today, and I was just like, I can't even do that. Not even going there. I already have the hope built up of what Monday's going to be like in my head. Travelling over to Leeds, knowing that a point or a win seals promotion and that whole buzz. So yeah, don't lose me bullshit.
I was happy, and I was Shane's after just like anxiety's through the roof now. Through the roof.
Danny says we draw Friday and win Monday. Look, I'll take it, buddy.
Right, that's all right. That's confirmed because Danny 9 times out of 10 gets it right.
Yeah, I'll take that, buddy, 100%. Arthur says Boyram won't play Friday. Yeah, you would know with Farke though, wouldn't you? And he likes Boyram as well, so you wouldn't know. Carl says, listen, we are winning the league. Watch this face. MOT. I hope so, buddy. I'd love to see us win it. Not going to happen, but Jesus, if we did, I know, Shane. It'd be the ultimate Leeds are falling apart, wouldn't it? Oh, really would be. Sheffield United win the next two. I think they might, Danny. I think they might. Burnley haven't been better Turf Moor. Surely they can't go the whole season without being better at home. Be just typical, wouldn't it? It would just be the time. Now, not going down that route. Let's all be positive vibes. We're going to be up by 7 o'clock on Monday night. Leeds are going to be promoted back to the Premier League, and we'll all be very, very happy. Myself and Dylan, as I said, we are travelling over to that game. We'll do the usual kind of match day vlog this time, and we'll do a match reaction as well around Elland Road, and hopefully
celebrations.
All the celebrations around Peacock, Elland Road, and all that. So we should have the makings for a very, very good vlog if all goes to plan. Has to be Bamford who gets the winner to send us up due to everything that he's been through. It'd be nice to send off in the right way. And yeah,
I'd not say that. I said that.
Gav, if you've been watching OnlyLeedsBros, Dylan has been calling it and has been saying that even when Bamford was going through the whole January kind of stint and people wanting him out, Dylan was saying it just it'd be an unbelievable send off. Look at whether it happens or not. And look, even if he's just part of it, even if it doesn't have to be the winning goal, if he's just part of it, puts in the performances that he has been over the last couple of weeks and the last couple of games, and he helps us get that end goal, I think we all kind of, give him the send-off then that he deserves. So that we touched on it when we deep dived, and Danny was here for when we deep dived into the Patrick Bamford chat just after the January window. And it felt like the way it was going with Bamford, he was somewhat tarnishing his reputation, the way things were going at Leeds, missed chances, the penalty misses and stuff like that. The amount of times he was letting us down, he come back for a couple of games and be injured. And I said to you, Dylan, that it's probably time to leave now before his reputation gets a little bit worse. You know what I mean? So he's doing good. He's doing good at the minute to right them wrong. So let's hope it's all good. Penny says all dancing outside Ellen Road. How good would it be as well to be free, no restrictions? It'll just be absolutely unbelievable. Penny, I'd probably hug and kiss every single man, woman, and child around Ellen Road if that happens. It would just be absolutely unbelievable. But lads, look at that's it from OnlyLeedsBros. That's it from the match build up. Thanks very much for everyone popping in. Thanks thanks very much everyone in the chat for being here with us. Before you leave, please don't forget to slap a like on the video and hit subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. We would really appreciate it. And then do check out our sponsors as well, Match Bingo as well. Link in the description below, or scan the QR code to get involved. Plenty of prizes to be won. Dillo, and to say before we wrap it up and say goodnight to these lovely people.
No, thanks to everyone that did tune in. 4 games to go. Let's go and do it.
Let's go and do it. Fingers crossed, lads. We will try and get a bit of a match reaction now on Friday. That's all I can say. I can't let it cut all the back, but you'll know what I mean on Friday night. So we'll chat you all again. So thanks very much, everyone. Let's get the last couple. We nearly let it go, Dylan. We nearly let it go. Cheers, lads. MOT says, Carl. Cheers, gents. Enjoy tonight. Me too, buddy. I'm just absolutely loving it being back. And then Arthur keeping us up to date as always. Newcastle got 5. Wow, unbelievable. Yeah, that's it from OnlyLeedsBros, lads. Please slap a like on your way out. Please do us a favour. And we'll chat you all again soon. Mind yourselves and mind each other. Love yous.